Hello everyone, today we're going to talk about Ernie Ball's Earthwood acoustic guitar strings. These are the ones that John Mayer has came out with, and as some of you may know, I actually did a video on my first impressions of the silver slinkies, and they were and still are my favorite electric guitar strings for all of my guitars, Stratocasters, Rickenbackers, you name it. This guitar set of strings does the job for them, and this is the acoustic kind of version of it. And what makes this so different than the regular Earthwood? I'm not really sure. I did read the back, and one of the things that I read that is on here, it says it's inspired by alloys used traditionally for bells and cymbals. Ernie Ball's proprietary bell bronze acoustic guitar strings offer a richer, fuller sound than any other string in our catalog. These strings will breathe new life into your guitar, and when you look at the little EQ thing they have at the bottom, there's plenty of treble, plenty of mids, but just a little less than the bass and the treble. And I'll kind of put it up here. It says developed in collaboration with John Mayer. Big, bold sound with natural feel. Exclusive alloys unique to Ernie Ball strings. See if you can see this. Have a good look. That right there on the side. I found that the silver slinkies were very accurate in their little thing here as to how they sounded, and I'm thinking that just by looking at this one that it will have a lot of treble, a lot of bass, and just a little less mids. So I've not heard these, I've not put these on my acoustic, but I will. And I just would like to tell you guys what I would like from my acoustic guitar strings. I really like the phosphor bronze type of strings. Earthwoods have always been my favorite way back then when I was in high school and I only played acoustic. Earthwoods were the ones I always gravitated to. They sounded great, nice and bright from the beginning. But I find that phosphor bronze is just a little bolder, a little bit less high end, but it has a thicker, kind of fuller sound, and I really like that on my acoustics. And that is what I had on this guitar right here. I had phosphor bronze strings, and I'm anticipating that I would hear something a little brighter, which I'm not sure if I'm gonna like, because I like a fuller sound. But hey, this is the first impression video, and we're gonna see how these do. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these on my acoustic guitar, and I'll show you guys what that sounds like. And before I do, I might as well show you guys just what the packaging is like on the inside. So I'm gonna open this up. And I hope I got this thumbnail done right, because there's no going back now. There's no going back. I don't wanna do a broken package thumbnail, but they look just like the regular Earthwood kind of packaging. And dare I bring out one string just because I'm curious? I will do that. I am very curious, and they look, hey, these look like phosphor bronze to me. I might just like this, but we'll see, we'll see. I'm excited now that I see that they are not that really yellowy bright, I don't know, bronze strings that some other brands come with. I just don't like them. They're just too bright. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and record my acoustic. I'm gonna use my Electro Voice 635A omnidirectional mic. There is no, extra bass coming in from the proximity effect. So hopefully this will give a very true to the sound kind of, thing with my acoustics. So let's go ahead and get started. Enough talking and yapping. Let's do it. All right, so we have these strings now on the guitar, and all I have it tuned to is a half step, so I'm in E flat. I like my acoustics to be in the half step. I feel like that is where they sound the boldest, the biggest, and the fullest. And so far, I'm not really sure if I need a truss rod adjustment. I think it'll be okay for now. They do look like phosphor bronze, and maybe I'm incorrect in saying that because they are using a different alloy, but it has that look, and for me, that's already kind of winning me over because I hate the look of those yellow strings. But let's go ahead and hear how this sounds. Hopefully my levels are good on my mic. I do have it about between the 12th fret and the 15th fret about 12 inches away or so from the, maybe 6 inches. Can't tell from my just looking at it. But let's go ahead and play an E chord, E flat chord. Okay, so my first impressions. Let's go. So as I'm playing and looking at it, doesn't look like phosphor bronze actually. It doesn't even look like your yellow bronze color, 50-20 bronze, whatever you want to call it. I forget the names, but it does have a different looking tinge to it. Can I bring this up to you guys? Maybe you can kind of get a good look. It just looks ever so slightly different. I'm not opposed to the look, not that it really matters. The sound is really what matters. And they do sound full. They actually sound less bright than I expected, but that's not a bad thing. I was actually worried that it would be too bright. I think it sounds very balanced. It's right off of the packaging and straight onto the guitar. It sounds very balanced. I'm not really sure what they mean by no mids. Or not necessarily no mids, but just more of less mids. I think it sounds pretty full. I guess maybe I'll know when I listen back to the recording, just like you guys. But I think they sound great. I like them. I was using the Diodario regular medium light strings, and these are medium light as well. Excuse the broken packaging. These are medium light. I do like them, and if they last, then I'll be quite happy with them, and maybe I'll stick with them as well. I have stuck with the Silver Slinkies, and maybe I can stick with these if they hold up. I like the sound. I'm not opposed. So yeah, it doesn't make my guitar sound cheap or plasticky or overly tinny. It has a big full sound. So thumbs up for me. I really like it, and I would love to know what you guys think, because these are new. and maybe I'm not the first one to do a video on these, but I did think that it would only make sense that I make a video since I did one of the silver slinkies. So hey, quite happy with them. Not overly excited. I'm not gonna say that I'm overly excited, but they sound great. And if you gave me them as a replacement, I wouldn't complain. I would put them on, play them. So yeah, my first impressions, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys in the next one. Please let me know what you guys think of it in the comment section. I read them all, and I comment on whichever ones I can. So thank you so much. See you in the next one.